Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. I am so excited because I have 150 subscribers, so I just want to thank everybody that comes onto the channel, that watches these videos that me and Joe do, or the videos that I do alone, reacting to certain things that I see online. I appreciate you so much. Go ahead and hit that like button and comment, please. I pretty much thrive off of the comments because it gives me an idea on how everybody else thinks, and that's why this channel is called Your Average Logical Thinker, because I think on an average level. I don't my mind is not profound or anything like that. So when I put ideas or conversation topics out there, it's really so that I can get feedback and understand people in general more, and I think it helps to continue the conversation and just to help open up minds. So anyways, I want to talk about something that Black Macho had posted, a clip from Tony Gaskins disagreeing with this statement. And the statement said that most men do not end up marrying the woman that they loved the most, but that they marry the woman that was there at that time, or they marry the woman that was around when he was ready to get married, right? And so Tony Gaskins, I guess, disagreed. And I'm going to play the clip when I'm done with my little spiel. Black Macho stated that she agreed with the clip because she's a dating coach and she's talked to tons of men. And this has been a fact that men do end up just marrying, who's around at the time when they were ready. And I personally believe that it could be both. I think half men will probably say, yeah, that's true, or I was in that situation, and the other half will say, nah, I waited and I married the love of my life, or whatever. But I think two things can be true at the same time, only because based on these two examples that I have. And that's why I need y'all to chime in and let me know, that way I can figure out which one makes more sense. So I know two different men. I know one man who was madly in love with this girl, madly in love with her, and she ended up breaking his heart. And he literally told me, he said, man, the next person I get with, she gonna have to love me more than I love her. I'm not settling. I'm not, he said, I'm gonna find a woman that I love, that she loves me more than I love her. I'm never going through that again. I will never go through that again. Getting my heart broken, he said it was the worst feeling of his entire life. He said never, ever again. So he married his next woman, and he's a good father. They have 2 kids, both very successful in their careers. Big house, 2.5 kids and a dog and all that good stuff, But oftentimes when I look at their pictures and things like that on social media, I wonder if they're really happy, because I feel like in a way he did settle, but maybe he didn't. He's protecting his heart, and he's doing what's best for him in the long run, and that's not settling, And then I also know a person who, this guy has been with this woman for I don't know how many years. All I know is they have 3 kids. Together they have 5. He had one when they got together, she had one, and then they have 3 now. He has not married this woman. He is not. Funny story, one year on his birthday, he knocked on my door and he had gave me some cupcakes that his cousin had made. They had alcohol in them and everything, and he was like, yeah, it's my birthday, Mom, here, celebrate with me, whatever. So we smoked a cigarette, I ate the cupcake, it was good. I said, all right, man, you be safe now. Now, his uncle was known for throwing those stripper parties, so I already knew what it was going to be. That night, that was the last time I saw, I was about to say his name. We'll call him P. I didn't see P for like maybe 3 months after that. Now, I would have asked his baby mom, yo, where's P? I ain't seen him. I'm worried about it, because I was hitting him up on Facebook. I was asking other people, and they would purposefully keep their youngest child from talking to me. She loved coming over, playing with my son, but they would not let her come because they know she run her mouth, right? So I was like, she ain't gonna tell me no way, So me and him would sit on our porch and talk, for a little bit, smoke cigarettes, drink, just chop it up. And most of the time it'd be about her and his issues with her. You know what I'm saying? So I would give him, the best advice I could. Let him know what a woman really wants, what she needs, what I need you to step up and do, And he would take my advice sometimes, but he would listen more than anything. He would listen and be like, okay, I hear you. Anyways, come to find out, he was locked up. He come around. They ended up moving out of the house next to me and everything. And I was like, what on earth happened to Pete? So I would just pray for him, whatever. But I figured if it was something serious, his family would have been at the house and everything like that. So they knew where he was, right? Looked him up online, looked in the jail, couldn't find him. So I'm like, okay, well, maybe he's in the hospital. Anyways, probably 6 months later, he come knocking on my door. I'm like, oh my gosh, you're alive. He's like, yeah. He goes, let me tell you what happened. He said, man, my birthday night was crazy. Stripper party as usual. He got passed out on the bed with 2 of the strippers. Baby mama pinged him from his Apple Watch. Found his location. Came up there. Found him in bed. And proceeded to pistol whip him, for lack of better words. Cops were called. He gets taken to jail. So that's what happened. But guess what? They're still together. And even after that incident, because she was pregnant at the time, they ended up having another child after that. And I see them online, and he's like, yeah, I love this one so much. I just love her so much, one day I'm going to make her my wife. He's been saying that for the last 2 years. And I'm like, well, when you going to do it, bruh? I said, so you just going to continue to just pump babies into her and what? Not going to make it a real thing? But apparently marriage is not on his mind. Or maybe it is, but he's just scared to commit to it, And I told him, my perspective, even though I'm no longer married, is like, you guys are both entrepreneurs. You guys, got a lot going for yourselves. You're young, you're beautiful people. God will bless you that much more if you guys make this a union. You know what I'm saying? Trust me, it's a good thing, when a man finds a wife, And really, I'm just looking out for her because you pumping out all these kids. Like, what are you getting out of this? You know what I'm saying? But nevertheless, when a man takes that much of your time and creates family and you're buying homes and living together and doing everything as a married couple, but won't make that commitment, is he just biding time until the one that he wants comes along? Is he on the other end of that? He's gonna waste her time, and then when he finds the one that he really loves, is he gonna then settle down?
Like, also, really? Your Honor, the lady also, she sent me a pic of a engagement ring. Not just a ring, it was a wedding band. Later on down the line, his mom confirmed it, that the reason why she didn't have a relationship with me is because she had a relationship with this one. Because that's how he introduced her as his fiance.
No.
Really settle and just marry the one that just happens to be there. But I could be wrong, because I feel like if a man don't want to get married, he ain't gonna do it. I've seen it time and time again. If he ain't ready, it's not happening. So is he really settling if he does? Go ahead and do that. And then I was on a live this morning, or on a in the chat feed, and one of the guys on the live said that he was with his child's mother for 8 years. He said, but she didn't know how to communicate to him right. She would talk slick and come out the mouth, and he said that's one thing he knew he couldn't live with that for the rest of his life. So that's why he couldn't commit to her. And then when he ended up getting with his current wife, he married her literally a year later. And he had spent 8 years with the first one. And I'm not mad at him for that. I'm mad at the woman for staying for 8 years. You had this person's child. He really not happy. You really not happy. Why are you still there? You know, we can't just put the blame all on the man for wasting 8 years of her life. She wasted 8 years of her life too. You know? So anyways, I just thought that was an interesting thing. You guys tell me what you think. If you agree, if you disagree, what have you seen happen? You know, amongst friends and just everyday life.
A lot of men are hiding secretly. They're not telling you. Men get married when they're ready to get married. Not a second before. Not when they run into a woman who is a good woman and she just happens to change him. It's to some degree deep down inside, a man is ready to be a husband. And so then he becomes the type of man who is searching for a wife or a girlfriend in order to build something with. Men who are not thinking about marriage and don't want to be a husband don't just meet a woman who's a good woman and end up becoming like this amazing man for her. No, what they do is end up playing a whole bunch of good women. And this is true, or it wouldn't be so many single women who are good women out here. I don't know why it's so hard for everybody to believe that men settle sometimes too. Sometimes when men are ready to be married, whoever is standing next to them, who may not be the woman of their dreams, will marry the woman that's right there in his face because she came at the right time. I've posted clips of men saying this on my YouTube channel. So when I speak, I'm not generalizing men. I'm just saying that there are a lot of men out there who don't know how to pick a decent wife, who don't know how to be a good husband. And the